Hey guys, so let's talk about Clubhouse. It's a new viral app. It's not super new. It's been around from like 2020, from the beginning of 2020, if I'm not wrong. So basically, it's going viral right now. So it's becoming more and more popular. So I just actually got access and did some video reviews about it. And I have my first impressions, not just from like Twitter feed from some other people's screenshots, but just from myself. So basically, what is Clubhouse for people who don't know? So it's an audio sharing, audio chatting social app. So basically, if you like podcasts, you might want to try out this app. It's basically it's a live podcast feed or something you can describe like that. No, it's if you know, like there is Twitter, which is like I would divide it by mediums. Like Twitter is text, Instagram is image, YouTube is video, and what is a social app for audio where you don't just post content, but you interact with people in real time. So I think Clubhouse wants to take that niche. And so far, I was on the app like for 2 days. It's pretty awesome. You can engage with in really cool conversations, and which are called rooms. So you just create a room with people, and then you can just join all these conversations. So it's pretty fun, and yeah. So the super cool feature about it is that right now it sort of has this exclusivity vibe. So only like top VCs or top capitalists, like top founders are in this app. Of course, there are more and more people, and you can engage in discussions or get like close insights just from these people in these rooms, and that's pretty cool. Some people say that it feels like Twitter in 2010, so it's super young app, but it's got some special element to it for sure. So let's just dive into story a bit, how it started. So basically, how it started and was scaled was also super cool. So there are two founders, Paul Davison and Ron Saad, and then they stayed out of the press, and the LinkedIn profile said that they started Alpha Exploration Company, which is the parent company of Clubhouse. So basically, two guys like out of Bay Area, Silicon Valley, just were recording this app, and nobody else. There is not like a huge team. It was like super raw app in the beginning, but still pretty cool. And how they grow it, suddenly on Twitter, especially from like VCs, you could see some hype, like who is on the Clubhouse, and nobody understand what's the Clubhouse. So basically, it was like a limited exclusive club of top founders, tech people from Silicon Valley, and mostly venture capitalists. And these two founders just invited like top 1,000, I guess, VCs to this app, and they just engaged on this app. And you could engage in some like super exclusive conversations, and everyone wanted to get in, and that's why it became like a magnet. So many people wanted to get in. Still, even now, you can only get in the app via invite, so you can just sign up from any country, not just US, just internationally. But still, you need like somebody to invite you. So for now, it still has some exclusivity kind of exclusivity option feature. So yeah, and after, so these founders created this super raw app, and there was a lot of criticism, like the app is super simple, just basically a home screen, and a lot of people are talking, sharing the voice. And you're in this room, you talk first, and then another person just talks after you. So what the deal is about it? Like everyone can develop it in a few weeks. There are so many competitors. There was a rumor that like, yeah, I will just hire like 5 developers. I will scale this app easily in a few weeks. So what's the deal about it? But then they raised like $12 million in funding from Andreessen Horowitz and valued at $100 million. And it had only 1,500 people on the app. So like app is only 1,500 people, 1,500 users, no revenue, just valued at 100 million. It's like, what's that? And also another issue that the founders were allowed to buy back shares, so they didn't wait like for the company to get bought or like for IPO or something. So just bought back shares, and yeah, they were able to monetize this immediately, which is also sometimes considered in Silicon Valley. That's maybe it's not that a great sign. Like if you can just buy back shares, where is your motivation? Like, how would you see the company in 7 years? What's your motivation to stay and work on the company? But anyways, despite all of that criticism, seems it's getting traction, and a lot of people were talking about that. Like in 2020, it's either that by July or it's something big. And with a lot of like social apps, this is actually the case. Yeah, I'm just actually reading this NBC article here. So yeah, you can remember like the chat app like Yo, which also was super simple. So basically you could just poke people, just send them Yo message. I remember that app and the period when it was viral. I think it was like 2014 or something like that. Everyone was just crazy. That app is so simple and it's kind of viral. And there were a bunch of these social apps which were just like super popular for some period, for some year or a few months, and then it just disappeared. And yeah, so that's that. Much of engagement on Clubhouse came from celebrities. So they invited like MC Hammer, Jared Leto, Kevin Hart, and all these celebrities. You could talk with them like in the rooms, so you could discuss like different topics, not only technology but culture, like everything. And when the celebrities joined, it was another like moment, like wow, what is this app? I think it was a similar moment when, for example, on the Twitch, the like gaming streaming platform, they had like live streams with Ninja and like all other celebrities. I forgot actually the name. Who was streaming, but it's not a point. Okay, it was Drake. So basically, at its peak, Ninja Stream with rapper Drake had like 600,035 concurrent viewers. So that was like a peak moment for Twitch, and for Clubhouse they also had something similar where all this, they didn't have hundreds of thousands, but they had this super engaged people watching this app, listening to this app and watching the screenshots on Twitter. And yeah, so I tried, finally got an invite. So how to get an invite, just a tip. The fastest way is just actually to buy it on some subreddit. Just go to Reddit and just buy it. I think that's the way to do it. If you don't have some friends or something, if you really want to the app. Some people are just selling it from like $10 right now. Like a few weeks ago, it was like $50 for an invite. But yeah, you should be just careful with all the scams and all of that. And you just get on the app. There are, of course, it's not that exclusive anymore, but still, it's super early stage, and you can you create your account, you can create your room and start just conversation. You can follow all the events, so you can follow all these like big influencers and get notifications where all the like big investors or like some prominent founders speak, and you can join the room. And the thing is, when you're in the room with them, you can just raise hand and you can kind of talk with them on one stage if you are allowed. So that's pretty cool, and that's what makes this app exclusive, that you kind of can interact with all these super smart people, and you can get some ideas from there. And yeah, basically it's like, so far I just participated in one like SEO session, and it's so far it's quite enjoyable. Yeah, because the people you are following on Twitter who have like hundreds of thousands followers, who have a lot of like authority, you can just communicate with them and they can follow you back on Clubhouse. While like on Twitter or some other social media, it's super hard to grow your following and get followed by this kind of authority people. So yeah, I think it's the right time to join Clubhouse. Try to get an invite and try to grow your following, engage in these conversations, discussions. I also seen some YouTubers there who also participated in all these rooms, trying to get some engagement. So yeah, it's growing fast right now. You can also create your group, or how it's called, club, but you need to submit a form. It's not a self-serve option in Clubhouse. So just submit a form request, and you can only create one club for, yeah. So that's that. And basically, yeah, I would really recommend you to try it out. There are different topics. It's not only tech, it's like all the areas, all the different topics you can try out. So yeah, that's that, guys. That's just my thoughts on this new cool app I wanted to share with you. Cheers. See you around.